People are outraged because everyone expects you to fill in the spaces. After enough time has passed, it is time to put everything back in order. Assumptions and rumors have propagated, and you are now in control of your own narrative. Everyone has attempted to recognize and categorize you, as well as describe your story for you, because you refuse to agree with what they believe they know. They are frustrated. Their rage reveals just one thing. You have something worth discussing, and they refuse to accept the fact that they are not in control of the debate. I will no longer let others dictate your reality, and I will not remain silent while others speak for you. This is when you take leadership and total ownership of your tale, leaving no opportunity for mistake or misinterpretation. The record is being corrected today, and you're doing it on your own terms, which means you're being brave, straight, and absolutely honest. Your journey through this forest of lies was not random. Every layer you lost, every night you spent wondering why they turned others against you, was a foreshadow. Prepare for the occasion. The universe does not waste our experiences. Rather, they are processed into fuel for a specific purpose. When they initially began taking action against you, they thought you were an easy target. They regarded you as a lamb to be slaughtered and a sacrifice on their ego altar. They made a tremendous error in judgment. They failed to recognize the supernatural shield that enveloped you, which is invisible to people who are filled with jealousy. Your spiritual enlightenment included more than simply personal progress. Rather, it was the real-time creation of cosmic armor, tempered in the fires of tribulation and hammered into unbreakable strength on the anvil of adversity. These attempts to make you seem shallow failed terribly, exposing only the emptiness that was inside their souls. Those rumor campaigns that aimed to portray you as the villain were foiled by your force field, and the shards ricocheted back to destroy their reputations. Those efforts to ensure that you did not get any support or compassion backfired beyond their worst imaginations. For here, you are impenetrable, unbreakable, and unbowed. Examine how they attempted to turn people against you. Examine how they manipulated facts, distorted words, and manufactured scenarios to separate you from the people you cared about. They didn't comprehend that, from a cosmic standpoint, distance is nothing more than an illusion. When spirits are supposed to communicate with one another, they do, regardless of physical, emotional, or psychological barriers that may exist between them. When you attained spiritual awareness, their weapons could no longer scrape the surface of your skin. All of their most penetrating barbs, poisoned remarks, and well-planned attacks were rendered ineffective the moment they came into contact with your augmented field. Listen up. You have always been secure, protected by enormous and ancient powers that predate the concept of time itself. Remember when you thought, if only I knew then what I know now. Your heart was on the right track. That is universal. You attempted to heal them while they were bitter. You wanted a peaceful solution when they need only turmoil and capitulation. You displayed olive branches, whilst others brandished swords since they were only familiar with fighting. They only flourish in disorder and are antagonistic to light. They were unable to play the game of peace. They refused to play the game of peace. While they have been digging their own graves with their words, you have consistently risen to the occasion with every false claim, distorted story, and invented scenario. They have been creating their own cosmic obituary, letter by letter. All of the lies they said contributed to establish a cosmic debt, and it's time for them to pay. The universal collectors have arrived to collect what is owed, and interest has been mounting for years. If God's goodness has touched you, do not keep it a secret. Select Super. Thank you. As a consequence, your $10 or more gift to help spread His light unleashes a flood of love, blessing, hearts, and kingdom building. Allow His riches to flow through you. Someone is approaching your orbit right now. Someone who is spiritual has finally adapted to your coordinates. Someone whose eyes are finally opening, sweeping away the coating of deception that has been blocking their perception for far too long. Someone who has received poison for many years. Information about you is poured in a destructive manner, lying after falsehood. They swallowed it out of need or ignorance. They were caught between two opposing forces, living in limbo, straddling the border between two distinct realities and conceptions of reality. However, there has been a change in the cosmic alignment. The worldwide tumblers have returned to their proper positions, and the spiritual climate has shifted. They are now undertaking this transformation. The contradictions in what they've been taught, the hollowness of the tale, and the lies all sit like rotten food in their spiritual stomach, creating anguish that can't be ignored. And they are drawn to you like a celestial body tugged by gravity, iron to a magnet, or a moth to a single true flame. In a world built solely of artificial lights, they revive their intuition, which leads them to the truth. The curtain progressively lifts, revealing the true connection that was always intended to exist between them. This awakening provides a great sense of clarity, erasing years of confusion with clear rivers of insight. The cosmos works together to connect souls who are meant to be a part of each other's tales. They want and need to know. Could you just break it down and explain to me? Boils on their lips, blistering from the inside out, and looking for relief. The question first forms in their imaginations, assuming the appearance of a planet produced from cosmic dust. Could you please explain this for me? And when they do ask, when they finally open Pandora's box, you will have your moment. The moment that has been predetermined for you from the beginning of time. The chance to put the record straight. You will have your moment. This is not a little matter. This is not a casual talk. This is not the pursuit of a minor hobby. This is really crucial. It is not gossip that is shared between cute hands. It is not a matter of petty vengeance delivered on a cold platter of pleasure. Rather, it is one of the most significant examples of cosmic repair after years of intentional misalignment. This is when the universal pieces return to their proper positions. This is the moment at which the truth can be fully incorporated into the tale. You've been waiting for this moment for far too long, having been pushed to the margins. Your sword of truth has been resting, sheathed but not forgotten, silent yet not dull. Just waiting for someone to explain what's been going on, what truly happened. And now that moment has arrived with the certainty of daylight following night, the certainty of tides responding to the moon, and the absoluteness of seasons changing at their appointed time. Take a good, hard look at yourself. You bore no similarity to the person they sought to eliminate. You've gone through a series of spiritual initiations, each more intense than the last. You passed all of your tests with flying colors. You've thoroughly cleansed your mind, body, and soul. What do people see as they look at you now? What are they seeing? Someone who hasn't aged a day. Someone who seems to have grown younger. Someone having a brilliant light, despite the fact that they are swiftly decaying and eaten by their own bitterness. As you have climbed, you have restored the barrier between worlds and increased your link to higher realms. As a result, you are now a bridge that connects several dimensions. Your thoughts, prayers, and affirmations bear the weight of all creation. They are miraculous, and they affect the world around you. You've been receiving help from angels for the last 5 years. Every action you've taken has been led by unseen, yet tremendous energy. Something about your light up is not just physical, it is multidimensional. It extends over several planes of reality, and this is what's driving them crazy. You didn't get here by coincidence. You were directed. If something in your spirit is stirring, do not ignore it. Tap join to get access to premium content, prophetic insights, and a community of purpose-driven people. This is not just a membership. It's time for you to find harmony. Take the necessary measures to become the person you were designed to be. Welcome to the chosen, individuals that have consistently attempted to surpass your successes. Those who tried to overshadow your pregnancy, announcement, promotion, or wedding tested your resilience. The following individuals are considered members of the family. Mothers, mothers-in-law, siblings, and in-laws. Some people consider it their workplace. Co-workers, bosses, and subordinates are attempting to claim ownership of your ideas. They position themselves so that you couldn't communicate with the individuals who are most important to you. They constructed barriers to prevent the establishment of such links. Remember that brother? What about the niece? That family or friend that turned against you? Someone was purposefully attempting to guarantee that they would never learn from you, be taught by you, or benefit from your expertise. Why is this happening? Mostly because they couldn't handle the notion of your brightness being utilized to illuminate others. The moment for restoration has arrived. Reconciliation is something the cosmos has decided is necessary. Those who were previously separated from you are now being attracted back into your orbit via the process of cosmic directing. When they arrive, you will have the opportunity to serve as the mentor, teacher, and guide that they have long wanted. It's not simply about cleansing your name. Rather, It is to fulfill your cosmic destiny by shining a light on others who are lost in darkness. They need your aid more than ever before. They are yearning for the truth and direction because they are confused and their compass has shattered. Isn't it clear to you that this is part of your sacred contract? This is why you came here, to stand in your authenticity, even when the world conspired to make you doubt yourself, and to hold space for others who are awakening. Even if it seemed inconceivable that they would ever reach their full potential, there is no more time for silence. The world isn't simply asking you to be silent. Rather, it forces you to tell the truth. Your voice contains frequencies that may heal, repair, and alter. The whole fabric of reality is transformed to accommodate your statements. When you speak from your heart, some people will implore you not to burn the bridge, to which you will retort that the bridge does not even exist. Others may warn you that it is dangerous, but you will remain unshaken in the knowledge that you are encircled by love and divine protection. Thus, risk is no longer relevant to your experience. You worked hard for this opportunity. You fought hard to gain the right to correct other people's misconceptions. Do not dilute your experience to make it more enticing. Do not soften your facts only to make people feel better. Speak as if your encounter with fire has changed you completely. Existing limitations no longer apply to your experience. The rules that controlled your history have been updated to reflect your current circumstances. Few people can achieve the frequency you're aiming for, and even fewer can maintain it. Things that were before hidden are now apparent, and things that were once inconceivable are now within grasp. The barrier that separates worlds has been drawn just for you. You are widening your energy field to make room for your own power, which has always existed but has been dormant for a short while. Some people will be attracted to you when they see you walking in this new frequency, while others will run in fear. Both responses are valid. Not everyone is ready for the light you now embody, and not everyone can handle the truth you now represent as a result of your inner labor. Waves have been made in several dimensions. When you heal yourself, you are restoring ancestral lines. When you confronted your shadow, you exposed the communal darkness that existed. There are cosmic consequences that go far beyond your individual experience and are relevant to your particular journey. Be aware of the power that your words have and use them with intention. The energy of manifestation is contained in the words you pronounce because the gap between idea and manifestation has closed for you, and everything you say now becomes reality in a very short amount of time. Angel numbers appear when you need comfort, serving as a reminder that you are surrounded and supported by celestial energies. The universe is confirming your vindication with obvious synchronicities. These are not random. Rather, they represent a cosmic Morse code directing you to continue your current path. It is not merely that justice is on its way. Rather, it has already arrived and is making its way through the dimensions toward manifestation. Truth and clarity are restoring order to the cosmos. The universal law pulls everything that was out of rhythm back into harmony. Their skeletons cannot remain concealed in the closet. Forces beyond their control are opening the doors and spreading incorrect information, are being removed carefully. Smoke is ruining their plans. Every nefarious strategy they have devised to harm you is unraveling right in front of your eyes. Click amazing after being blessed by his favor. Thank you, and please give $10 to help spread his light. Your gift sows seeds that will grow his kingdom. Reap the benefits. You will be able to see your future more clearly and powerfully than ever before. You will rise with ease, like an eagle riding thermal currents, while others in your position fight against gravity's pull. You've adopted a starter mindset, which will allow you to explore places that others cannot envision. This new viewpoint and openness to opportunities will help you reach new heights. Those who are looking for the truth may help you see through the thorns. When they face problems that would otherwise be impossible to overcome, you will provide light on the way that should be taken over their desert. You will be their confidant, counselor, and guiding companion. By doing so, you will be accomplishing a part of your mission, to awaken others to their own potential, truth, and divine essence. You will offer them hope for the future by demonstrating options that they have been trained not to consider. It turns out that this is not the storm you were concerned about. Rather, the ideal storm puts everything into harmony. What seemed to be chaotic was really immaculate cosmic choreography. What seemed to be abandonment was in fact protection, and what appeared to be rejection was really redirection. direction. Despite being branded shallow, you are overflowing with multitudes that would overwhelm them in their depth. You were just reluctant to compromise your truth in a society founded on lies, which is why they characterized you as tough. You were allocated the role of the opposition, a moment when the most trustworthy of witnesses revealed who had been hiding beneath the mask all along. As the outfit slips off, the face hidden underneath it becomes visible to everyone with eyes. Look at how far you have come. Consider how far you have progressed in your life. The item they had prepared for your death turned out to be the basis for your rebirth, while the thing they had intended for your imprisonment turned out to be the cocoon that encircled your transformation. You have the ability of a cosmic alchemist to transform misery into power. You turn wounds into information with the precision of a global surgeon. You are alchemically converting your whole existence, from base metal to spiritual gold, carbon to diamond, mortal to divine. There is nothing they can do to stop this process, to prevent the sun from rising or the moon from pulling the tides. They may as well try to prevent it from happening after it has already started. The cosmic training program is now complete, and the training wheels have been removed. Your graduation from the spiritual boot camp has been recognized with the highest awards. Artificial barriers are no longer used to restrict, limit, or confine. You now have total control over your abilities, insights, and divine connection, with no limitations, restraints, or boundaries. Use it prudently, but with bravery. Use it precisely, but also to its full potential. If they come at you with empty tales, you must stand firm in your truth, like a mountain against a wind. When they try to restore the past, it is vital to keep your feet firmly planted in the present moment, since it is the only one that has ever been. It is vital that you remember this above all else when they attempt to undermine your worth by using subtle poison or overt attacks. You were picked for the post. Your name was shouted out in a unique manner. Your soul was carefully selected, and your energy signature is unique throughout all forms. Your unique frequency resonates throughout dimensions, and the light you emit lights nooks and crannies of reality that would be dark without you. It has a distinct cosmic flavor that only you can appreciate since you are yourself. The essence of your being is compacted into form. Everyone comes to the yard because of your milkshake, and they want to learn how to make it. However, it cannot be taught with words. It cannot be recreated by imitation. It cannot be stolen by observation. Your truth should be proclaimed with the thundering roar of ancient gods, and your reality confirmed with the unwavering certainty of international law. Fill in the spaces that they've been working so hard to keep vacant or with their own inventions. They have been furiously seeking to overcome those spaces. Set the record straight with the authority of someone who earned the right to be heard by endurance and unflinching dedication to a greater cause. Establish the truth. Feel the power that is developing inside you right now. Feel it, gathering like storm clouds before a lightning bolt. Feel the buzz in your cells, vibrating in your bones and passing through your veins. This is not just your own power, but also the universe's energy pouring through you, acting as a conduit, vessel, and voice in this domain. Even though their spiritual antenna has been blunted, they can still sense seismic upheavals in invisible realms, which drives them nuts since they can foretell what is about to happen. The foundations are shifting, the buildings are crumbling, and the roof is crashing in. The illusion is crumbling, and the deception is fading. They can feel their carefully created narratives disintegrating, like sand castles before a deluge. They understand that once you speak, you will eventually expose what happened. Their house of cards will collapse, leaving them vulnerable amid the rubble they have created for themselves. Individuals who are conscious that they have lost control should be allowed to vent their rage. Their rage is nothing to worry about. Rather, it should be recognized for what it really is. Evidence that you are completely connected with your goal. They are not resisting a physical barrier. Rather, it reveals that you are breaking patterns, destroying structures, and appending systems. Their attacks will intensify before receding. The expiring light generally glows brightest shortly before it entirely turns off. When imprisoned, a wounded animal will always attack with force. It is just the latter phases of an outdated paradigm that has lost its cosmic license to remain in your reality. Despite this, you should anticipate and prepare for it, but do not be dismayed by your reality. It is nothing more than the last spasms of a story that has lost the ability to maintain itself in the lack of vitality. This is considerably more than a matter of personal vindication, which will undoubtedly come in the future. You're not just telling your narrative, you are resetting the cosmic compass, which has been tampered with for a lengthy period of time. You're calibrating universal scales that have been intentionally skewed by those who benefit from unfairness. You are realigning the collective mind with divine truth. You are not only removing slander from your name and insults from your reputation, but you are also keeping ancient promises made long before time started. These vows were treaties inscribed in stardust ink on sheets made of eternal substance. This moment transcends the personal to the universal. This dispute moves beyond the individual and into the communal, much like tossing stones into a steel sea. Your words will have an impact on others. So, by creating patterns that will survive beyond the first effect, the truth you speak will echo throughout time, reaching individuals who have ears to hear today and in the future. Through the clarity you provide, shadows that have been there for eons will be illuminated, revealing what has been hiding in plain sight the whole time. You are not, and have never been alone. Feel the presence of your celestial guardians surrounding you right now. Feel the presence of ancestors who have fought in similar battles behind you.